I don't know what it is. The Civil War was so fascinating, so horrible. It was so horrible, but so fascinating. It was, I don't know, it was just different. I just find it, I'm so attracted to seeing it. So many mistakes were made. See, there was something I think could have been negotiated, to be honest with you. I think you could have negotiated that. Abraham Lincoln, of course, if you negotiated it, you probably wouldn't even know who Abraham Lincoln was. He would have been president, but he would have been president. He wouldn't have been the Abraham Lincoln. Would have been different, but that would have been okay.
Okay. What are you actually saying, sir? Like, what do you act like? How do you think the Civil War went down? Number one, and what are you saying? It would have been okay if he had negotiated. What I'm hearing, maybe everyone else can pick up the slack. I'm hearing is, hey, maybe don't free the slaves. Hey, maybe like don't get the South to surrender, because mind you, the South, the Confederates wanted to just have an agreement, a truce. And Lincoln's folks were like, no, see, that's not the way war works. You surrender because you lost, okay? Then we free the slaves. Everyone good with that? And they were like, fine, I guess. Is that what happens? Should we keep fighting? No? Okay, that's my version of history, and I think that's what happened. But this is Trump saying he's attracted to it. He's attracted to it. Before I get to you though, Liz Cheney's just sliding in right before you. I apologize, that's very rude. I never got way more love for Ray than Liz Cheney. But Liz Cheney writes, which part of the Civil War could have, quote, been negotiated? The slavery part, the secession part, whether Lincoln should have preserved the Union? Question for members of the GOP, the party of Lincoln, who have endorsed Donald Trump. How can you possibly defend this? I agree with most of that except for the party of Lincoln. Girl, we know you guys flip sides, you know? Specifically because of institutionalized racism in this country. Come on now, come on, stop saying you're the party of Lincoln. But Ray, he's a Confederate. Like, I don't know what else, what other proof do we need?
Right, no, I mean, that's an insane thing to say. And I think at the core of what he was saying was, if I was president, then I would have been smarter than Lincoln somehow, is what he's trying to insinuate. And I would have been able to do it without fighting, but also there would still be slavery. If Donald Trump was president at the time, slavery would have endured for some amount of time.
Yes.
Which is like a weird thing to brag about, but it's exactly like Nikki Haley refusing to say that the Civil War was about slavery, which, like, to Donald Trump's credit, he did admit, but more as an attack on Nikki Haley than anything else. But her refusal to say that was to pander to her base, which is the same reason why he's saying, like, you know, we could have negotiated it. He's pandering to his racist, Southern base, the base of insurrectionists. And Donald Trump loves insurrection. And what was the South if not, treasonous insurrection at the time of the Civil War?
Absolutely. And it is the legacy of, I think, the unhealed wounds of that Civil War that we are still dealing with today. And I don't mean unhealed wounds like we should have, been kinder to the Confederates. No, it was that they actually were not punished enough. There was far too much backpedaling. The abandonment of the Reconstruction after the Civil War that led to things like Jim Crow, that led to things like lack of voting rights, and of course, massive racial discrepancies and institutionalized racism we see today. A million reasons why what you saw on January 6, 2021 is 100% the legacy of the Civil War and the Confederates. And the fact that there is literally a constitutional amendment written to prevent against folks who incited insurrections like that from holding office. It's all you need to know, people. It's good on Maine, good on Colorado, and we will see.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.